Oh well, this video flunked an Opinel knife number 7. A lot of people carry the number 8. Cody Lundeen used to carry that number 8. But this flunked the YouTube copyright. There must have been some music in here. Here's a match case with matches, $5. We're in Sierra's looking for some items. Oh, a little monocular. I have this $13 merchandise. This is $3.99. This little inexpensive compass. Very inexpensive. And I just want to use it up. I want to find something interesting in here. So you're going to accompany me while I torture you looking at things. Oh, here's a little first aid kit, $29 on that. Oh, I'm not even sure what that is now. It's funny, you look at so many things and afterwards. Here's a cup and it has a fork and a spoon in it, I guess. Ooh, we got food. Now the food prices range. I checked some of them, and some of them are 7 and some of them are 10 about. Now, of course, they're different portion size. We've got ones that say they're 2 servings and ones that say they're single servings. Later on down the row here, you're going to see the Mountain House in the smaller pack, which are single servings. But, you know, people don't talk about this a lot, but you'd have to eat a double serving to get anywhere near enough calories. Like here it says it's 13 grams in a pouch, but it says it's 2 servings, so that means there's really only 6.5 grams of protein in each one. And here's just some of the different Mountain House. And like I say, I believe I look at these and they're the singles are of course cheaper than the doubles. You can see the price there. ReadyWise. I got to say, I'm not always impressed with some ReadyWise stuff. I think I should get a ReadyWise and then a Mountain House and compare them. I mean, I already know a Mountain House would win, but it would make an interesting comparison. I'll leave a comment below if you want to see me do that sometime. Here's a little boo-boo kit. I want to call it a first aid kit. It's in one of these plastic, supposedly watertight containers, but the containers break. Every one of those containers, I bought several cheap kits in those cheap containers, and they break. They're not waterproof. If you don't carry them around to do things with them, they break and they're no longer watertight. Oh, here's a rechargeable flashlight. Here's some twist ties up here. Oh, we got some. Here's a multi-tool. Cheap multi-tools, how they can make them halfway decent is they're very heavy. So in other words, instead of using a lighter, stronger steel, they can use less expensive steel and make it thicker, heavier, and kind of get the same results. But I had a Radio Shack multi-tool like that, and it was good. It was just big and bulky. Here we have some paracord. I was kind of looking for some that said it had reflection. Some of them are made with particles that will really reflect, but I didn't see that listed on them. They've got all this black paracord on the top, but isn't that? And here's an assortment of bungee cords. It's interesting. That weighs quite a bit, but I bet you could put a shelter all together just with them, bungeeing around some branches and things like that. Debris type shelter thing I'm thinking about. Oh, there's a parrot loose in here. There's a first aid kit. There was a fire kit too like that. Here's a little kit. I'm trying to figure out what it is, but I guess what you do is you make a zipper pull. And so the fact that you have some of this paracord on your zipper pull means you're more prepared. I suppose if you need cordage and that's the only piece you got, you'd be glad you have it, right? The idea about survival kits or emergency kits is you bring with you what is really hard to duplicate in nature. cordage is one, knife is another, of course, flashlight, things like that, you know, and something really waterproof, something to cover you. And let's continue on and look. Here's some more things. Oh, let's look around here and see what we got. We've got some, oh, there's more Mountain House meals on the end cap there. Then we've got different things. That beer spray is $30 a can, beer spray. My daughter's going on a trip in Canada, and she's purchased one of those to go with where she's going to be. She might do some tenting out and things, and it's just a good idea to have. Here are some camp type items. Let's keep looking. Onward. I'm drawn back to this section. This is a 20 liter, so it's about 5-gallon water jug. Now you got to remember, once you fill this up, it's going to be 5 times 8.3 pounds. So it's going to be over 40 pounds once you fill that up with 5 gallons. So if you're planning to lug something a while, that handle might not work that great. I mean, it's fine for short, or maybe you could not fill it all the way, but filling it to the brim with 5 gallons, it would be nice for a house if you're anticipating a storm, losing your power. You could fill it up beforehand, keep it filled, replace it up every, so often, drain out the water and put new water in. So, what to do? I kind of was hoping I had $20 on this merchandise credit card I have, but it's only got 13, and we're trying to stay in budget. Oh, here's a little mess kit. UST, they've rebranded everything. Everything's more colorful. Like, I get this same product here by UST at Martin's, a surplus store, and it was much drabber, and of course it was marked down quite a bit from this price. But I can see they're trying to rebrand. They've come up with completely new color schemes. Oh, here's a load and lock cell phone cover. I had one of these once, and you couldn't really close it. It wasn't this brand, so I think I'm going to be getting one of these. It does say to test it each time. I don't know what that's about. It floats too, so if you're in a boat and you drop it, it's not going to go to the bottom. It's going to stay. Supposedly you can operate the touch screen through the plastic. So that will be interesting to try. Of course, it couldn't record well, but you could use, what am I going to say? Yeah, Bluetooth earphones for to listen and to speak into the phone. Oh, here's that. I was looking at the first aid kit, $30. I'm still hearing those birds somewhere. Squawk, 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 squawk. These sound eerily similar to the birds at my house. How could that be? I look at some dry bags and different things. But I'm kind of running out of time here. I'm on a time budget too. I have to leave the store by 10 to get to my next appointed round. So, all kinds of good stuff. We shall see what we shall see, I guess. More and more and more. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little trip into the store and looking at a few items. Tell me what you think later. So, into Sierra's, turned out to be $13 and some change. So, I got this cell phone pouch. Interesting how it says, well, you need to test it each time. This floats too with your cell phone in it. Test it. So I guess you carry around, a pail of water with you before you use it. I don't know. But my particular cell phone is actually moisture resistant to some degree. Earlier phones and pads and different things like that, tablets, were really bad. I had an iPad and one of the mini ones, and I left it in the bathroom while I was taking a shower. Well, that humidity was enough to damage it. It took forever to start working again. Then I got just these little towel items. I thought those would be good to have. And then just as more of an organizational tool, because I have hardly any organization, these twist tie type things. I'm actually going to use these in the house. One of them at least. Maybe I'll keep one in the car. I don't know. So there we go. $13.68 later. And I was hoping it was like $20. The camera with the tripod with the bendable legs, that kind of appealed to me, and some of the other things. But we were going to stay within budget today, so we did.